Hello, welcome to another video on the channel. Now today is a very special one, for me anyway, and I am here on a river, but not just any river. This is the beautiful River Test. Now there are there are only literally a couple of stretches, I believe, that you can day ticket, and I am at the very, very famous Timsbury fishery with my old mucker Steve, and we're hoping to catch Grayling. Grayling is top of the tree. There are also some nice roach in here, which would be nice. There is also a lot of trout in here, which we're not allowed to target, but obviously using maggots, you're bound to catch them. In which case, it's just a case of unhooking and slipping them back as soon as physically possible. And I've been fishing now for probably about an hour before I started this, because I thought, if I don't catch anything, there's no point. But I have a Grayling in the net. It's not a big Grayling, but it is a Grayling. So let's get it out and have a look. Grayling are notoriously hard to hold. They are like soap. I'll deal with that in a minute. Here we are. The lady of the stream that I cannot hold. I'm going to have it out for as little time as possible. Look at that. What an absolutely beautiful fish. As it is so wiry, let's get this back. See if we can get a bigger one. I've got the little fella behind me there resting in the net. It is so important with Grayling that you rest them well, because yeah, they don't go back very well. They're quite tricky. So I'm going to leave it in the net there for probably up to 10 minutes or so, till it's righted itself and it looks happy enough. Then I'll let it go. I'm going to keep feeding the swim in the meantime. See if we can get another one. Now for the fishing at Timsbury, what I would normally do is use a centre pin for this kind of thing, for the river, but I can't find it. I don't know where it's gone. Will you shut up? So I've gone with a very sort of small fixed ball reel, a fairly light match type float rod, fairly long, it's about 13 foot I think this one, oh no, 12 foot, a very small, oh not, God, noises around here, a inline stick float, which is set at the moment to about 4.5, 5 foot, a bulk shot near the, what do you call it, hook link. I completely forgot what it was called then. And then a size 16 with 3 maggots on. I'll say that's under business so far. It's caught me a small grayling and a trout. Now with the trout, they got to go straight back as quickly as possible, as I said. So not really after those if we can help it. I think they're going to be a problem all day. But oh, Steve's float was in front of me. It is a very awkward swim. I'll normally cast out about halfway and then bring it back so it's just over a rod length out, and then just let it flow down, just keeping up with it with the line. Don't let all the line just fall off the reel. Just got my finger touching the spool there. But the only bad thing is here is this tree to my left is kind of in the way. That's not kind of in the way, it's very in the way. And even with one of these big, oh, there we go, we're in. Ah, it's come off. Well, it was in. That felt quite small, whatever it was. This fish is fish. I'm using a very bright, what I class as the brightest river floats you can buy, which are the Dave Harrell stick floats. They are incredible, but even these I am struggling to see. It probably doesn't help. The sun is intrusive, let's put it that way, at the moment. It is quite an awkward little swim, but we will plug on. See if we can get another grayling. Sure if it's a bigger grayling or just a trout. Got one on. No idea. Feels like a trout. I think grayling tends to sort of gyrate a bit more. But fish eats fish, although technically I can't catch these. Yeah, it's got to be a great trout. It's a trout. Can't do anything with it. Like I've hooked a log. I think it's a fairly sizable fish. Always that part of you that hopes it's a big grayling. But sadly, it's a trout. And I can't do anything with it at all. That's a beautiful brownie. There we go. So, not going to mention any names, but it was me. Just fell in. Not all the way in, but right into the edge. Just I think even a board which is on this platform here slipped up. But either way, it has resulted in a snapped tripod, which isn't ideal. I'm going to quickly see if I can repair it. Otherwise, it's going to be a tricky video to finish, that's for sure. Oh dear. Right, let's see what I can do. Brute on. I'm assuming, well, I'm not assuming, it must be a trout. It's got way too much power. It's either really big or foul hooked because I can't get it to move. Oh, it's moving now. Fighting a little bit like a Grayling because it keeps gyrating, but I really don't think it can be with this much power. Unless it's a huge Grayling, which would be very nice. I literally can't bring it up in a flow at all at the moment. I did have a lovely little Grayling, about a pound I'd say. I just put it in the net for it to have a little relax whilst I got the mat and everything ready. Lifted the net up, and the hook was left in the net, and the fish was gone. Ah, it's come off. That was a big trout. That was huge. I just lost a massive trout.
Lost a big trout?
Yeah, that thing was ginormous.
What, 8 pounds?
He was, yeah, I would say he must have been up that way. I saw him, he's been on for ages. And he literally just come up in front of me here and then flicked off. Flipping Leviathan. Right, I'm going to feed that for a minute. Can't win them all. I'm not supposed to be catching them anyway, so I'm not overly bothered. If I was fly fishing, then I would have been. But I think I'll give it a rest for a minute because that fish would have definitely stirred things up. So I'll give it a little feed for a little while, then give it another go. Well, after losing that gigantic trout, it all went very quiet. I stuck it out for a bit, put a few magwars in, did a fair few trots, and absolutely nothing. So we've moved along now to this little stretch here. It's got a little kind of summer house on the other side of it. I mean, imagine living there. Imagine having a house with that in your garden and this river. Dear Lord. But yeah, so I've been was away with my thoughts then. But yeah, it's been a really good day. It's not been fish filled. I think the river is a bit up from what it normally would be. There's no clarity at all. I have had 8 grayling, but this is my little swim here. Just goes up towards a corner, which looks quite nice. I'm just gently putting a small pinch of maggots in, not far out, as it turns out. Seems to be the best way to go about a rod length out. So yeah, not running out of light, but we're pushing up towards sort of 3 o'clock now, so we are going to start losing the light soon. So, and I'm losing battery. My phone is it's not got a lot of battery left, and my charger pack wasn't as charged as I thought it was when I brought it with me. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't go flat whilst I'm still fishing, but we'll see. Right, well, I'm going to continue trickling in some maggots, see if we can snaffle another one. Well, that swim didn't really amount to much. Just having a little wander along the river now to see if I could see a likely spot. Which this one here. Yeah, this is lovely. It's right behind me here. One thing that is obvious is this is an absolutely beautiful stretch of river. The River Test really is. It's something else. Have I fished the Test before? I don't think I've actually fished the Test before. Just trying to take my bag off. Yeah, I never actually fished the Test before. I've seen it. There's a little, not a million miles away from here actually. There's right near Stockbridge. There's a place called Leckford. I think it's called Leckford anyway, or Leck something. And the river runs through it, and there's a little bridge that you can sort of stand on and just admire the gigantic trout that you can see from the bridge. It really is something else. So ever since seeing all them, I've always wanted to fish it, but obviously can't fish for the trout at this time of year anyway. I think it's after March or April or something like that. You can come down here and again pay a day ticket and fly fish for the trout, which I definitely think I'm going to give that a go. Although catching a sizable trout on coarse gear is hard enough, and for a very amateur fly angler, it could be fun. Well, not fun if I keep losing them, but I'll definitely give it a go. I think I might have to go on the old bucket list of 2025. Yeah, so I'm just moving my kit up. Probably put a bit of bait in. It looks really, really deep. I'm not a massive, grayling angler. I've not done it very much at all, really. Probably count on one hand how many times I've been grayling fishing. So, unsure if this kind of what looks very deep and it's not exactly slow. None of this river's slow, but I don't know. Don't know if this is going to be the kiddie or not, but I'll do the same thing as before. Spend a bit of time putting some maggots in first, and then we'll give it a little trot through. That's when you know you're old. That's the 40-plus-year-old me struggling to bend down. Right, let's get some magwars in and see if we can tempt something. Well, we are slowly losing the light levels now, so I think I'm going to call that a day. I'm absolutely knackered. I've got a headache, but what a wonderful, wonderful fishery. I will definitely be back. Probably not a monthly thing at that price, but yeah, definitely. I think if I could time it right and manage to get it to the rivers in a slightly better condition, I might be able to catch a few more grayling. I mean, technically I've had 2. I've only had 1 to show on camera, which was tiny. The other one slipped away without being able to pick it up for a picture or anything. So, c'est la vie. But I've had, yeah, a great day, and nice to be out on a place like this. Probably should have wore some tweed or something. Really, it's a bit of a tweedy kind of venue, but I've completely lost Steve. I don't know where he's gone. So Steve, the passionate piscator, that is, my good friend who I have come here with today, but I've got no idea where he is. I have lost him, so I'm going to go and retrieve him and then make my way home. But thank you very much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.